Yo, what is going on, everybody? We got UFC Des Moines, Iowa. So fucking awkward. Before I jump into it, as always, long live Sway, forever Sway. Dropping a Friday episode. I've been off work the past 3 days. I've been sick as shit, so forgive me if I'm low energy too. But I ain't gonna lie, I feel like there's some decent spots tomorrow. On the card, man, I'm not like I feel like it's a really decent card too. Starts at 6, probably gonna end at midnight then. But yeah, guys, I've been I've been sick, so I've been just looking at the possible, possible possible money lines, possible props. And let's start off with screen share. And we are gonna go to what did I just have? Sandhagen versus Figueiredo. Now, this is a trip to me. Let's start off with the main event, y'all. Minus 520 now on DraftKings to plus 390. I get it. I get it more if it was like minus 390 for Corey, because that's what it was looking like earlier in the week. It was like minus 390 Corey and like plus 300 Figgy, and but Figgy's coming off a loss. Um Sandy's coming off a loss, but it was a loss to Umar. Who the hell is Davison coming off a loss to? Song Yadong? Why can't I think? Who the fuck did Figueredo just fight? Can't think to save my life. And I know he's coming off that loss. Figueredo. Coming off a loss. Oh, it's a Peter Yan. All right. But he did beat Marlon Vera and Cody Garbrandt already at 135 before that, and Rob Font. So Peter Yan, he's on that upper level. And Peter Yan is also somebody who pretty clearly defeated Corey Sandhagen. So that loss in common is actually crazy. I didn't take that into account, but I mean, I think the odds are far too gone for Cody to do anything with. I mean, goddamn. I love a plus 9.5 here for Figgy because I do think it goes the distance. It's actually plus 100. And in a fight that's over 4.5 rounds, the over 4.5 is minus 215. I do think 40, 49, 46 across the board. If we're looking for good value, plus 9.5 on the judges' scorecards for Figgy. I mean, let's just look at the analysis real quick on right here. So man, 37 year old does worry me. Both guys 3-2 in their last five. That 6 inch height advantage is gonna be big for Sandhagen. But with them lower guys, I think he's had time to fill into that frame, so I think he might be able to land a takedown or two, and he does only have 2 inches of reach against him. 83% of the people are picking Sandhagen in this fight. Doesn't surprise me. My prediction is gonna be Sandhagen to win by decision here, y'all. I just think, but I just think if you're looking for the value here, plus 9.5, even if they let you get a little bit more juice than that, plus 13.5 for Figueredo, you may as well grab that too. That's, because what, 50-45 would be 15. So if he gets 50-45 and then gets a 49-46 in there, Yeah, you or yeah, and gets 249 46s and gets one, just to cover your ass a little bit, minus 150, plus 13 and a half even Figueredo, because I think that the odds are like way off in this fight because Figgy is really good and he's proven to be good at that level at bantamweight. So I just don't understand why Sandhagen is minus 520. I do think he's gonna win the fight. I just got it here by decision, but man, um, odds are off. I think plus 9.5 is a good play. Plus 13 and a half, they giving you that shit. Take it with Figgy. Because Corey Sandhagen to win inside the distance, um, by a KO submission plus 225 odds. I mean, they see it happening, but it's not that likely, right? Um, Bo Nickel, RDR, Renee Ritter. I think Renee Ritter striking is fucking atrocious, but I also think that Bo Nickel's striking is atrocious. I think both guys have room to grow. I mean, RDR is already 34, actually. Never mind. But Bo Nickel's 29. He's coming into his prime. He's gonna be at a 3-inch height disadvantage. He's gonna be at a 2-inch reach disadvantage. He is training at an American top team though, and that makes a difference. And he is a explosive wrestler, and I don't think he loses too much on the cardio. Guys, I like Bo Nickel here. I like Bo Nickel to win a pretty boring decision, as well. And I think he's gonna try to strike for a lot of this battle because Renee is just so good with the jiu-jitsu. I think his jiu-jitsu is really sneaky, and he's 19-2. His losses, came to Anatoly Malik and by retirement, and then Anatoly Malik, and so he's only lost to the same guy twice. So I think Bo Nickel is gonna give him his first L in the UFC. But honestly, I don't even mind that minus 3.5 for Bo Nickel. I am worried that Renier can have him in a compromising spot with a submission or something though. But I do think Bo Nickel knows what he's doing. He's gonna play it safe. Fight to start round three. I liked for this one, minus 142. And man, and so the pick's gonna be Bo Nickel by decision. Here, guys, I think Santiago Ponzinibbio is better every single fucking where. Both guys 2-3 in their last five. Daniel Rodriguez plus 120 favorite now, but he is 38 years old. As well as Santiago Ponzinibbio, 38 years old. Both 6 foot for Santiago, 6'1" for our boy Danny Rodriguez. And honestly, like the way I look at this fight, and somebody else broke it down like this, is like you got a really technical mixed martial artist versus somebody who got came off the street and just brawled and got lucky with a couple knockouts. Um, I think Santiago Ponzinibbio kind of wins this fight. Wins this fight. I think you could. I think if he comes out with the right game plan, he definitely wins this fight. His takedowns are better. His striking is a little more technical. D-Rod might have a little bit more power in his hands. So I think the only way D-Rod really wins is by knockout, and that's plus 450. So if there's a hedge there, um, it's that's the only way I see D-Rod winning this fight, or with some dumbass decision. But I think Santiago Ponzinibbio gets this one done. I'm not gonna lie, I'm going all decisions here tonight, y'all. But yeah, Santiago is just he's he I don't know, I don't want to say he's fought the better competition, but he kind of has at the same time. And Daniel Rodriguez just hasn't looked good out there lately. And I mean, he's coming off this was a robbery, so he should be 1-4 in his last five. So he won his last fight against Alex Morono in a split decision. Alex Morono fucking just always stoops down to his level of competition, don't he? He lost to Kelvin Gastelum, awful look. Lost to Ian Machado Gary, don't blame you. Neil Magny, you losing to Neil Magny and he's fucking you up the whole fight. I can't bet on you, bro. Meanwhile, this is a Michelle Pereira split decision loss. This is a Kevin Holland left hook and Muslim Salikov split decision. I think Ponzinibbio is going to shoot up to minus 170 by tomorrow. So if you don't snag him now at minus 142, I think he has a steal there. Ponzinibbio by decision, but Ponzinibbio money line is the bet. Montel Jackson. Um, Daniel Marcos is really fucking good. He has yet to lose. He's been in a draw, but there's 6.5 inches of reach here. That's the first thing I see. There's 3 inches of height here. There's a guy who is much better at wrestling than this guy. Although he is 17-0, Montel Jackson defeated Damon Blackshear. He hasn't been as active as he should because he's got 5 fights in 4 years and 1 month. But he's got wins over Julio Arce, who's still in the UFC. Yeah, Ronnie Yaya, which is he should be TKOing him, and Damon Blackshear straight left, bro. Bro has the nicest straight punches ever. I think Montel Jackson wins the decision. Minus 230 is nice odds on him. I think you take it. And I think you parlay it with Ponzinibbio, get you plus 144 odds right there. I think those guys are, locks for the card. And if I had to pick how he's gonna get it done, I think he gets a KO, TKO round two against Daniel Marcos. Man, Cameron Smotherman, my boy, Cameron Smotherman. Plus 120 dog. This is probably the first dog I'm picking on the card, and it is Sergey Cide is a really good striker. Um, he's got a little bit of a reach advantage, which is probably why he's the favorite. But he was just fighting in fucking BFL a couple years ago, and then he got into Contender Series, lost a split decision to Ramon Tavares, beat Ramon Tavares as well, and then beat Gart Armfield in a split. Cameron Smotherman, he lost his one of his fights on Contender Series, but then he just got back up, went to Fury, got a jumping knee KO, got a split decision, got a submission anaconda choke. Jake Hadley win is really impressive. The Jake Hadley win is really what I'm leaning on. If you don't love the money line here, you see 70% of the people on Smotherman. If you don't love the money line here, I honestly say you take the plus 3.5 because Smotherman will steal around on the scorecards. Let me just look at Sergey City. Um, I had City fucked up with another guy. I thought he was black. I'm dead. But 11 and 2, 7-0 when it comes to TKO. So he's been knocking motherfuckers out, but lately it's been split decisions, and a lot of those knockouts came against 1 and 2, 0 and 2, 0 and 0. This is, first level of competition outside of Ramon Tavares and Garrett Armfield. And Cameron Smotherman, you kind of say the same. He hasn't fought the best levels of competition, but that Jake Hadley unanimous decision win was good enough for me to at least lay plus 3.5 here on Cameron Smotherman. So we're gonna go Cameron Smotherman decision. A lot of decision, guys. To open up the main card, we got Jeremy Stevens plus 470 dog against Mason Jones. And I see a lot of people picking Jeremy Stevens. Jeremy Stevens, 4 years, 11 months ago, got beat up by Calvin Cater. 3 years, 9 months ago, got submitted in a Kimura by Mateusz Gamrot. Beat in the PFL 3 years ago by Clay Collard. He won a split decision against somebody who's 11 and 8, Miles Price, and I have never heard of, and then beat Nathan Schultz. I know he's from Des Moines, Iowa, guys. But Mason Jones hasn't lost in 2 years and 9 months, and I know it's his returns from Cage Warriors, but I do think he's in his prime. I do think that 3 inches of reach is super important here, and Man, Mason Jones, like, does he have a chin? Is the question, you know? Um, does he have a chin is the question. 7-0, 3-0, never been finished, 5-2 by decision. And he's fucking up these guys in Cage Warriors who do have decent records. Beat a guy that was 7-0 last. Jeremy Stevens is about to be fucking 40 years old, if not already 40 years old. He's 38 years old. He's 18-3 in TKO, but those TKOs, he was doing his boxing thing. He wasn't even doing fucking uh like MMA for a while. And his MMA record with PFL combined is 16-20. So I'm gonna go with the guy who's minus 650 in Mason Jones. I think Mason Jones, he's gonna be pretty smart about how he does how he does this fight, guys. I think he no, I think he knocks out Jeremy Stevens round three after laying it on him for a while. Quick fight, Yana Santos, just because she is Thiago Santos' wife. Misha Tate is very old. Guys, I like Azamat Bekayev here. We're gonna go with KO in the second round. All right, guys. Big bet. Plus 3.5. Marina Rodriguez. I do love it. I think Jillian Robertson is getting a little overrated because of her recent wins. I know they're great submission wins, but she is a jiu-jitsu nerd, and Marina Rodriguez is a good boxer. I'm just worried she's not going to be able to, hold down them take it down defense because she had some really bad. Yasmin Lucindo taking her to a split is good, man. Like Jessica Andrade taking her to a split is good. She's just been on some bad, split decisions. But I do think, man, Julian Robertson probably does win this fight ultimately. But plus 3.5, Marina Rodriguez, I do love it. Man, you know what? I'm going with Marina Rodriguez. Um, actually, no, I can't, man. I feel like Marina Rodriguez is going to piece her up on the feet, but Jillian Robertson might be able to get to those takedowns. And it's just going to depend what judges like more, the takedowns or the damn piecing up on the feet. Robertson decision, but the bet is definitely plus 3.5 Marina Rodriguez. And man, with this one, it's a tough one. I think Quang Lee probably gets it done. He is on a 2-fight losing streak. Chris Gutierrez loss isn't bad. Gaston Bolanos, he beat Cratavius Ramos. He lost to Marcus McGee, understandable. Beat Aaron Phillips. He's got some good wins under his resume. Tough fight, guys. Really a coin flip for me. I think Gaston Bolanos probably gets a decision. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bolanos here. Um, Thomas Peterson, I think fucking this guy's done. Dontel Mays. And don't even fucking bet on this fight. I think Petrovic wins the decision though. But let me go through my bets, y'all. I love Sanhagen, but I do love that plus 13.5 for Davison Figueiredo. I think it goes the distance too. So fight to go to distance, I like here too. Figgy's really tough. Um, Nickel by decision, I like that. I like Nickel money line just as much. Ponzinibbio money line is the bet. Montel Jackson, I think he gets this done. I think you parlay him with Ponzinibbio. Smotherman plus 3.5 is the pick, but I do think he can win the decision as well. Jones, I don't get the hype with Jeremy Stevens just because he's in his fucking hometown. Um, Santos by decision. We're gonna go with Bekev. Marina Rodriguez plus 3.5 is the bet here. Bolanos, real coin flip of a fucking fight though, but 86% of every, think think the same as me right here. Um, Peterson, I think Dontel Mays is done. Petrovic, but don't bet her at minus 2 fucking 50. That's way too far gone. All right, y'all. Let me stop the screen share. All right, man. Wish me luck. Hopefully I get fucking healthier soon. But it's been a rough ride with this virus. I had the stomach bug. Um, tune in Like, share, subscribe, subscribe on YouTube, like, follow on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Love.